Oh, yeah, Eric Trump. Now, Eric Trump is the one who has been characterized as if cat piss could walk, it would look and smell like Eric Trump. Now, what do I know? I'm just quoting scurrilous, nasty comments, right? Anyway, that boy, Eric, broadcast a barrage of bullshit, lies, fabrications about America, about Democrats, about Joe Biden. He was on the toilet that's called Newsmax. It's even further down the drain pipe than the Fox sewer. But he promoted, while he's issuing this barrage of lies and bullshit, he's promoting propaganda supporting his father, Donald Trump. This all happened as voters were going to the polls Tuesday in New Hampshire. He was on Newsmax and he said this, quote, this according to, I don't know where I got this. Quote, you know, there's an all-out war on family in this country. This is Eric Trump. Well, maybe in your family, you pale-looking fucker. He went on. There's an all-out war on God and religious freedom in this country. There's certainly an all-out war on freedom of speech in the First Amendment. You know, in this nation, you guys have seen that. You've covered it probably every single day for the last 3 years. End quote. Now, you know what Eric Trump is talking about. He's talking about the fact that his precious, filthy, rotting father doesn't have a right to tell the judge he's a fucking moron without being reprimanded or being told to shut up. So that takes away Trump's freedom of speech, right? Anyway, Trump continued, Eric, cat piss boy, continued, quote, people are sick and tired of nonsense. Oh, people want our economy back. They want low gas prices again. They don't want World War III to break out all over the world. They want to be able to, you know, worship God and speak freely and not be censored and not be deplatformed. Now, there's a term for you. And not have war waged against them and their quality of life every single day. People are sick and tired of the game. And, you know, they want to be able to live the American dream. And that's what my father did. End quote. Jesus Christ. What did he leave out? Well, he didn't say the word woke. And then on another Nazi website called Real America's Voice, I guess, he was talking to one of the Nazis on that website. And that's when Walking Cat Piss said, quote, they have weaponized the system so viciously, so nasty, and they thought he would actually drop out, end quote, referring to his rotting father's presidential candidacy bid, right? Now, of course, he did mention the fact that his old man is facing 91 criminal charges across 4 cases in 3 jurisdictions, yada, 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 yada. He's also in civil cases involving business fraud, defamation, now an adjudicated rapist. No, little Walking Cat Piss, not going to talk about that. But this is what he did say, quote, that was always their intent, you know, make it so painful for him that he didn't want to stay in the race, that he wanted to drop out, that, you know, he realizes that his life in Mar-a-Lago would be exponentially nicer and more comfortable and everything else, and give it back to the political elites in D.C. And frankly, he did the exact opposite. Yeah, he went out and started violating the law left and right every chance he could get. Well, that he did that all his life, his whole life, cat piss, I mean. And Eric also claimed they weaponized every attorney general and district attorney in the... No hyperbole there. To go after him similarly, civilly, and criminally. Yeah, they just made shit up, right? Cat piss, just make stuff up and go after your filthy father. And then referring to efforts in multiple states to implement the 14th Amendment, the 14th Amendment's automatic self-executing requirement that insurrectionists cannot hold office, that they require a court case. Cat Piss said, it's one sham after another. And frankly, I think he's made a lot of Americans really question their government, which is necessary, certainly in the world that we live in now. It's so apparent what they're doing. It's also very sad because you would expect that America would be a lot better than that. Well, you're absolutely right, Cat Piss. Who would have thought that the United States of America, to which you make frequent visits, would ever have even considered a piece of human waste like your filthy father? So you're right. I agree with you, Eric. It's sad because you would expect that America would be a lot better than that. Absolutely, Cat Piss. You're right on the money. All right. I will see you over the weekend if you're a subscriber or a Patreon supporter. Everybody else, see you next week. Take care. Stay safe. Keep it lit. I'm Mike Malloy. Hi, Truth Seekers. Mike Malloy here. You know, the Progressive Voices Network brings you commercial-free commentary from today's leading progressive radio hosts and pundits, like me, Mike Malloy, 24 hours a day. I'm not your typical old guy from the 80s or the 90s talk radio host, and Progressive Voices is not your typical talk radio network. It's a listener-supported nonprofit with no corporate control whatsoever over our broadcast. So hosts like me, Mike Malloy, are free to rant and scream and carry on about whatever we like. We're often controversial, but we're never boring. Weeknights, 9 p.m. in the East, 6 p.m. in the West on the Progressive Voices Network. Always progressive, always on. I'm Mike Malloy. Keep it lit.